I implemented this innovation for two reasons. First, Piaget's theory is one that students have likely been encountering in courses since high school, and it may have lost its luster for many of them. I find that there can sometimes be a lack of enthusiasm towards this topic. The part of the theory that we're addressing in this innovation, which is the notion of cognitive disequilibration, is somewhat abstract in its idea, and I really wanted to find a way to bring this to life in the classroom. This innovation is used to help students learn a component of Piaget's theory known as cognitive disequilibration, which basically argues that when the reality presented in front of us doesn't match the reality in our minds, we become uncomfortable. So this topic tends to be pretty dry if I just define it. So what I do is use a little bit of deception to help bring the concept alive for the students. I present them with a math riddle that is shown as a poll question, where students typically anticipate that the majority of them will get the answer correct. However, in this case, students are very unlikely to get the correct response. I'm going to ask you a very specific question. I want you to imagine that you have two jars. One has 200 pieces of yellow candy. The other has 200 pieces of red candy. You have a scoop. I have a scoop. Imagine that I scoop 15 pieces of yellow candy into the jar with the red candy, put the lid on, shake it up. Will the number of yellow candies in the red jar that initially only had red be the same as the number of red candies in the jar that originally held yellow? Instead of addressing the fact that the students are not getting the correct response like I would typically do, I simply move on with the lecture. And what we find is that students are very anxious to stop me and ask for the clarification on the question that I've jumped past. Does that make sense, or do I need to propose this one more time? One more time? Okay. 2 jars of candy, both have 2. What I'm asking you, is there going to be the same number of red in the yellow as there is yellow in the red? Oh, no. Overwhelmingly, your answer is no, but the answer is yes. It's absolutely yes. Third stage in developmental psychology, according to Piaget, is going to be the concrete operational stage, ages 7 to 11. This is where we see the emergence of logical thought. You want? I'm sorry, who said that? Does somebody want me to explain? Yeah. Do all of you want me to explain? Yeah. So once students have demanded clarification, I'm then able to point out to them what they're actually experiencing has nothing to do with the math riddle, but instead is representative of Piaget's cognitive disequilibration. But guess what I don't care about? Any of this. Does anybody know what we're actually talking about right now? Are we talking about candy and math? No. What are we talking about? Cognitive disequilibration. What happened when I just jumped immediately from the answer to this poll question is yes, back to my lecture? You all started laughing at me. Why do you care? Who cares? Do you think this is going to be on an exam? Are we engineers and mathematicians? No. Who cares? You do. This is what Piaget said drives cognitive development forward. Your investment in knowing the truth. Oh my God, you guys. Stop. Stop it. You're ridiculous. When I reflect on this innovation, I think it's been a success One, because students are so excited to engage with this riddle that I provide, and then even more enthusiastic when they are let in on the fact that what they have actually been experiencing is disequilibration. Students also really enjoy connecting course concepts to their real life. While this innovation is specific to this course's content, it really could be used in any course where there is an abstract concept that you're hoping to bring to life in the classroom.